What's up? This is Jake Bergman here. I am going to try to start a new podcast. I will be talking about sports. Today is Super Bowl Sunday. I just wanted to do a quick introduction. I just set up this podcast kit. And I'm so excited as a Seahawks fan. I'm a Seattle sports fan all around. I'm just so excited to see us play in a Super Bowl for the first time in 10 years. Over 10 years. I've never seen a receiver like JSN for any team that I've ever watched. And I'm super excited to see the Seahawks come out today. And I just think they're going to punch them right in the mouth and get the job done. We have an advantage, I think, on every side of the ball, every aspect of the game. I think that we should easily win this game. I believe that Sam Darnold is here for this. I think he's ready for this big game. And I think that, as well as that, to add on, Christian Gonzalez, while he's a great corner, props to him from the Pats. I do love his play, but the Patriots allow a lot of yards from the wide receiver ones, and we have the best wide receiver one, arguably, in the league. Some could make a case for Puka, but I'm here to talk about the Super Bowl, not Puka versus JSN. So I think that we have the huge advantage on offense. They're giving that they give up a lot of yards to the number one receiver. And then also, I would also like to point out that Cooper Kupp is built for these games. He's already played in a Super Bowl and won the Super Bowl MVP. He has one of the greatest seasons of all time and has mentored JSN through this whole thing, this whole journey, which has been amazing to watch as a Seahawks fan unfold. And then our defense is just so elite. I got a little bit worried about Nicky Manwari when he injured his ankle, but now I think he will participate in the game today. It starts in about an hour from now. I think that I'll get word that Nicky Manwari is going to come out and play for the Seahawks today. He's going to be the key victory today. Like he always is in my mind. Nicky Manwari is a phenomenal football player. He can play any position on the defensive side of the ball, which I think is something that is special, especially from the standpoint of where the NFL is today. I think Nicky Manwari is just phenomenal, as I said. And I think that our corners are going to have to step it up a little bit today. Obviously, a lot of fans are not happy with the performance of Rico Allen last game, as he did get a penalty and then proceeded to give up a touchdown the next play. But I think that he's going to step it up today and try to prove everybody wrong. And I think we should put Devin Witherspoon. He's going to have quite the task guarding Stephon Diggs. And I think that if he can get on Diggs for a good if he can bottle up Diggs off the line of scrimmage and press coverage for a good 3 to 4 seconds, our D-line could get home. We can have DeMarcus Lawrence. He's going to have a heyday today, I think. Leonard Williams, they're going to need to double him all day. We have Byron Murphy also at tackle, though. And then we also have Nwosu, who is just, he's been a Seahawk for all this time, and he's been dedicated to this team. And I think that is just phenomenal that we have a player that's such a veteran leader for the rest of the Seahawk players. So I think our D-line is going to have to get the job done today, as well as Ernest Jones at linebacker. He's honestly surprised me. I thought he was a little bit undersized coming into the Seahawks when I heard he was coming. Didn't think he was going to be quite the starter. I didn't think our linebacker core was going to be very strong, but he has proved me so wrong. And I've been very impressed with the way he's played. And also Nicky Manwari can also play out of the linebacker position. And then another player that I like is Tyrese Knight. Tyrese Knight is an especially unique player for sure because he plays a lot of special teams, but whenever one guy goes down at the linebacker position, we always let Tyrese Knight fill in that spot and we trust him to make those plays. So I think that Tyrese Knight is going to be a big part of the special teams unit today, and if Nicky Manwari has limited snaps, we might have to rotate him in on the defensive side of the ball. So I think that he's going to need to step it up a little bit today. He always gets whenever he plays, I always feel impressed by him. I feel like we should maybe give him a little bit more love. But, it is what it is. Josh Jobe, he's a great player. He's going to need to play good defense on Mac Hollins. I mean, their receiving core is not very strong, which is something I think we have an advantage on there because we have a very strong defensive back core. And then Drake May. I'm done with hearing about Drake May, honestly. I'm not impressed by Drake May. Drake May is mediocre. I mean, he's had literally Drake the Schedule May is literally what they're calling him. And there is a huge reason for that. This is going to be a very short episode today. I'm just going to go through the offense and defensive side of the ball for the Seahawks. This is my first ever time recording a podcast. This is unscripted too. So this probably won't be like it is in the future, but it is what it is. And then I think that Drake May is going to have a rough time today. He's going to be very uncomfortable. I think Mike Macdonald knows what he's doing with his defense, and I think that Drake May is going to be extremely uncomfortable today. And then moving on to the offensive side of the ball for the Seahawks. I've already talked about it a little bit in JSN, but I think I want to expand and say our running game needs to be on point today like it was against the 49ers when we absolutely dominated, because that's the type of game we're going to need today. We're going to need to dominate the Patriots. I think that's what we're going to do. I think we're going to win 35-10. I've been saying 35-7, but it's unrealistic that they get 7. I mean, it's not, but whatever. I'll give them a little bit more leeway. And honestly, I just don't think that the Patriots are fit on defense to cover the Seahawks. Kenneth Walker, the way he's been running the ball so far in these latest games, it has been ridiculous. He looks impossible to stop at times. People don't talk about him enough. They say his stats aren't good enough. They say he shares too many snaps with Zach Charbonnet, and he needs Zach Charbonnet. Kenneth Walker is one of the best running backs in the NFC. And I can say that confidently because his talent level is just so high. We can utilize him in the pass game. He reminds me of Christian McCaffrey, honestly. Like, he plays so much like that, but he just needs to develop a little bit more before we can put him into that category, though. And it's obviously harder when we're more of a pass-first team with JSN and Cooper Kupp and A.J. Barner at tight end. And Sam Darnold has been significantly so good this year. I mean, Sam Darnold he's been one of the great quarterbacks for the Seattle Seahawks, leading us to the Super Bowl, obviously. We've only been to 3. But, I mean, this is just insane that we're in the Super Bowl. I didn't believe it until I woke up this morning and saw the pregame, honestly. Like, I don't get to experience this often when my team is in a championship. When the Washington Huskies made it in 2023, that was the most exciting time of my life, and then we lost. The Seahawks can make up for that right now, and I will be so excited if we win this Super Bowl. I'm super excited for the game. I think we're going to need a big play from Rashid Shaheed on the offensive side of the ball and on special teams early, too, because Rashid Shaheed we underutilize him, people say. I say that a little bit, too. Rashid Shaheed is that guy, though. Like, he's so fast and so good, and God, I'm so excited for the game today. This is going to be awesome. And, I mean, what do I know? I'm just a kid. I mean, I'm just here talking about sports for 10 minutes about the Super Bowl. I'll have more expansive episodes of my podcast later on. I might try to film it every Sunday. That might change when next fall comes around if I'm still running it, because, we got college football, we got NFL football, so maybe I'll try to do it on Wednesdays or Fridays, or both, depending on how much time I have on my hands. But I've enjoyed talking about this already. This has been a great time. I mean, I'm talking to nobody, and I'm having a great time talking about sports. I'm just excited to do this, honestly, so peace out.